This is the story of the Florida scalping that happened around 1974. I would go to Florida every year for the motorcycle races with a good friend of mine, Archie Brother. And we were down there one year, and we're ready to go to what's known as the short track. The short track is a dirt track at a high school they use for athletic purposes. But during bike week, they used it to race 750cc or less motorcycles. Now, you couldn't get tickets to the short track. They were only given to dealers across the country. So my friend Archie was a dealer, so naturally we got passes to go every night. So one night we were going to go down there, and my friend Archie says, I got a date tonight. He says, here, take my ticket and sell it, because you can't buy them, so everybody wants one. So I said, okay, how much you want for it? He says, originally it cost $5. He says, give me $10. I said, okay. So I go down to the track, and I put my hand up, and I said, ticket for sale. And a woman comes up, and she says, how much you want for the ticket? I said, look, it's not mine, it's a friend of mine, he wants $10. She said, okay. She buys it. No sooner as she buys it, I got two police officers grabbing me by the arms, telling me I am under arrest for ticket scalping. So the woman, in my defense, said to the cops, look, it was a $5 ticket, and I paid him for it, and I gave him a $5 tip. So the cop said to her, well, that's fine. Are you willing to come back here in 2 months and testify before the judge? So she said to me, hey, I tried, I'm sorry. So off she goes, and now, of course, this is a very serious crime. The only thing I think above this is murder. So they can't take me down to the police department in a police car. They have to call up the Black Mariah. So I wait 15 minutes, and the Black Mariah shows up, and they put me in the back of it and lock up the thing 4 different ways so I can't escape, because I'm probably wanted in 43 other states for ticket scalping.
That they know of.
That they know of, yeah. So anyway, I get down to jail, and they put me in a cell, a holding cell. So I'm in there a short while, and all of a sudden the cop comes in. He says, okay, give me your belt and your shoestrings. I said to him, surely I'm not going to hang myself over a ticket. He said, give me your belt and the shoestrings. I had to do that. I give him that, and then he puts me back in a cell. And a short while later, a guy comes down and he says, okay, come with me. I said, where are we going? Well, we're going down to get photographed. I said, photographed? You got to be kidding me. So I go down to this room, and the guy puts a number on me and takes a frontal, and then I turn sideways, and he takes a side shot. Now I'm getting worried. I said, what is going on? He said, 1 ticket.
How old are you?
Right, well, when they arrested me, they went through my pockets and they found $2,000 in cash. That was my money for the week down there to spend. And the cop said to me, oh, man, you did real good tonight, huh? You got $2,000. I said, look, I own 2 corporations. I don't need it. This is ridiculous. So, getting back to the photograph room, I said to the guy, hey, I got to see the clerk of courts. I mean, this is nuts. So they bring me to the clerk of courts, and I said, how serious is this thing? No shoestrings, no belt, fingerprinted. I was fingerprinted also. photographed, numbered. I saw this is only a misdemeanor, no big deal. I said, no big deal. Okay. So I go back and I said, what's the bail? The bail's $550. I said, well, okay, I'm going to bail myself out. I got the money. So no, it's against the law in Florida to bail yourself out. I said, well, what am I going to do? He said, call somebody to come down. So I called up a friend of mine that was staying at the hotel, and I said, hey, come down and bail me out. So he says, how much is the bail? I said, $550. So I ain't got $550. So I said to the clerk, he ain't got $550. What can we do? He said, well, if he wants to come down here and you pass your money to him, and he counts $550 out and passes it to me, that's legal. I said, oh, okay. So he comes down, and I pass him $1,000, and he counts out $550, gives him a dent, and he bails me out. Now I got to go to court the following Monday to see Judge Nicolaus George. And I get there, and the place is mobbed from all these people that parked on the beach and drank outside of their camper, all got arrested because it's illegal to drink outside your camper on Daytona Beach. So the clerk comes out and says, all you people here on drinking charges, you were bailed out at $35. That's going to be your fine if you're found guilty, and you will be. So why don't you just get your coats and hats and get up and leave? So they all do. So then the judge starts, and he yells out, okay, Daytona Beach against Richard Montz. Are you here, Montz? Oh, I look around, and there's nobody getting up. He says, Montz. Nobody gets up. He says, okay, hold him in contempt, whatever you call it, because he didn't show. I said, I wonder if he's saying me. So I go up and I said, hey, excuse me, Judge, you mean Maniz? Well, I'm on IZ. Is that you? Yeah, okay. I said, how do you plead? I said, I plead no contest with an explanation. He said, what's that? I said, I had a ticket. I sold it for $5, and the girl gave me a $5 tip. And the officer thought I was getting 10, and he arrested me. He said, okay, I can understand that. That's not a big deal. That's it? Yeah. He says, okay, here, I'll fill out this paper. Go over there and see that guy, and you're out of here. I said, okay. I said, gee, this guy ain't a bad guy. So I go over there, and I see the guy, and I said, here's the paper. I'm all set to go, right? He says, yeah, as soon as you pay a $157 fine. I said, $157 fine for what? Selling one ticket? He says, that's right. I said, well, all right. You got $550 of my money already. Take it out of there, give me the rest. He says, oh, we don't do it down here. That's apples and oranges. He says, you got to pay up right now with cash. I paid him up, and I said, when am I going to get my $550 back? He said, within 60 days. So I got my money back around the 53rd day. And that was my wonderful experience in Florida as a ticket scalper.
Let me ask you this. Did Archie ever pay for the damages? It was his
He didn't pay nothing.